So gentlemen, we actually have some updates about the Hawk Tuah scam coin. We now officially have a lawsuit, believe it or not. It's been about 2.5, 3 weeks since the crypto scam. So that's a pretty impressive time frame to get a lawsuit out. Lawsuits take a long time. They got to file all the paperwork and everything. So the fact that there is already officially a lawsuit suing the creators of the meme coin, the Hawk Tuah scam, that is pretty impressive. Now, one thing people are going to be disappointed about this lawsuit is the fact that Haley Welch herself, the actual Hawk Tuah girl, she was not sued, believe it or not. I know some people have been putting online like Hawk Tuah was sued. The Hawk Tuah girl was not sued. The actual coin, the organization, the people that ran it, they were sued. But for some reason, she was not. We'll cover all of that in just a second as to why I think that was. But I want to cover some other things, some other breaking news about this whole event as well. Now, Haley Welch, as of this morning, as of about an hour before filming this, Haley has finally addressed the whole incident. She has addressed the lawsuit on Twitter. And if you don't know, this is the first time she's actually spoken about it since the event happened. Back when the event happened, the night of the event, the rug pull, she did the Twitter space. And the last thing she said on that Twitter space is like, guys, I'm pretty tired. I think I'm going to go to bed. I'll see y'all tomorrow.
Hey guys, I hate to interrupt you, Nick. Hello there. Anywho, I'm gonna go to bed, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.
Okay.
Guys, now after that, she was radio silent, made no comments, no public comments about this at all. Sleeping Beauty has finally woken up from her, two and a half week long nap. Finally, she has risen, and she has given her opinion on Twitter. So we're going to cover all of this. But let's go ahead and take a look at the lawsuit first. I'll show it on the screen. This is the lawsuit. You can see all the people, several different people are the plaintiffs, all filed by this law firm against Alex Larson Schultz. He's the guy who I talked about in the last video. If you haven't watched that, that is the guy who was Doc Hollywood in the event. That's the guy who was claiming everyone who involved in crypto is like mentally insane. That weirdo. That guy is Alex Larson Schultz, who I talked about. Now, interestingly enough, all the people involved in this have kind of taken a different response as to how they're responding to the fact that there was so much backlash and now that they're being sued. Alex Larson Schultz, aka Doc Hollywood, he's basically removed himself from the internet. He has since made his Twitter private. He has deleted all the information on it. He's claiming he's going private, guys, because he's receiving death threats. And I'm sure everyone feels so bad for him, the guy who tried to scam a bunch of people. Oh, poor guy, he got some death threats. So I'm sure everyone feels real terrible about that. But he's kind of run away. So that's Alex Larson Schultz. And then there's Overhere Limited. That is the company that was actually kind of in control of the actual launching of the Hawk coin. And then Clinton So is the founder, or at least he's the person who runs Overhere Limited. He was the guy that was talking on behalf of the company during the Twitter space. And then there's the Tuah the Moon Foundation. Now, what's really interesting, if we go to Overhere, again, the company I just talked about, they're being sued. A few days ago, I think they probably knew they were going to be sued. So they wanted to kind of put their message out there before the lawsuit came out and talk about what they think actually happened. And they basically throw everyone else under the bus. They throw Hawk Tuah girl under the bus. They throw Alex Larson under the bus. So let's go ahead and read through this. They actually post this really long Twitter thread. We won't look at all of it because some of it's really boring, but there is some information that is actually kind of interesting. So it starts with the truth. We only built airdrop tech for Web 2 fans for free. We saw Hawk as the perfect use case for our startup's idea to bring airdrops to Web 2. Haley Welch, a literal meme, launching a meme coin felt the synchronicity. So they're calling Haley Welch a literal meme in the actual post. They're talking about, guys, this person wasn't serious. She was just a meme herself, right? And they weren't talking about that way about her during the launch of the event, 2.5, 3 weeks ago. They were talking about how much they love Haley Welch. She's a bona fide celebrity now, but now, guys, no, she's just a meme. Now that we're being sued, we don't really like her. The facts about who did what. Official team, Doc Hollywood, controlled all token decisions, fees, and treasury. So right there, they throw Doc Hollywood, that's the Alex Larson guy, they throw him under the bus. Overhere, guys, they didn't do nothing wrong. The rug pull, don't blame us. It was all this guy. Now that there's a lawsuit, we don't want to have to pay out. blame Doc Hollywood. Just blame him, guys. Our tech was a non-core feature to the launch, a new mechanism designed to reward real fans. We didn't even have a contract with the official team, which is why we took 0 fees, 0 profit. So why did we end up doing more? Because Doc's team vanished when things go hard. Again, throwing Doc under the bus. Overhere, they're completely innocent in all of this, guys. They definitely shouldn't have been sued. And again, this came out December 16th. They posted this, and the lawsuit came out yesterday, December 19th. So I do think that they were probably aware at that point that they were going to get sued, or potentially going to get sued. So they put out this whole spiel about, like, guys, we didn't do anything wrong. Let's pass the blame over to this other person, Doc Hollywood. So the third thread says how things unraveled. As community sentiment shifted, so did Doc Hollywood's approach. As desperation kicked in, participation conditions were progressively watered down. What started with plans for a lockup eventually ended with none. Doc Hollywood promised community but delivered 15% trading fees, none to Overhere, silence during market chaos, ignored calls for transparency. Our small team kept building, right? Number 4, the core problem, transparency. Transparency from Doc decayed early on, but died when it mattered most. We pushed for public updates. Doc's response, nothing. The cost, community trust. Number 5, about that sniper wallet. There have been posts speculating the sniper wallet has links to Doc's pre-sale circle as CoffeeZilla raised on the now deleted spaces. Overhere had no involvement. No prior knowledge of bad actors, nothing to gain. Specifically, not our wallet, not our access, not at all in our control. This screams of like them trying to cover their asses. Everything in this is them just passing all blame onto the Doc Hollywood guy. And then finally, number 7, setting records straight. Doc claimed we had 18 staff. Reality, 4 devs. Doc implied we took fees. Reality, 0 revenue. Doc suggested we controlled decisions. Reality, 0 control. We raised many concerns early on and asked for transparency and changes. These concerns fell on deaf ears. Silence helped no one. So here we are. So as you can see, they pretty much throw Doc Hollywood under the bus as the guy that everyone should be mad at. It's not them and not Overhere. They did nothing wrong, of course. Now, Haley Welch, as I mentioned earlier, Sleeping Beauty herself, who hasn't made any mention about this in about 2.5 weeks. She probably didn't say anything because she knew there was going to be a lawsuit coming, and she didn't know if she would be sued in it. And now that the lawsuit has come out and she is not being sued, now she's like, whew, all right, pressure off. I'll go ahead and address this situation, and I'll pass the blame on to someone else. I didn't do anything wrong, of course. So this is Haley Welch. I take this situation extremely seriously and want to address my fans, the investors who have... Calling people who put money into a meme coin investors is quite funny. The investors who have been affected and the broader community. I am fully cooperating with and am committed to assisting the legal team representing the individuals impacted, as well as to help uncover the truth. Hold the responsible parties accountable. You're the responsible party. You're one of them. Hold the responsible parties accountable and resolve this matter. If you have experienced losses related to this, please contact Berwick Law using the link below. So if you actually click on the link, that is the link to the law firm that is doing this lawsuit that I just showed you on the other page right here. And they apparently do a lot of laws around NFTs and other digital assets. So they're the law firm that you want to go to if you have some sort of crypto lawsuit that you want to do. Now, the reason this is just my opinion, but the reason I think that she wasn't sued in this lawsuit is because she was basically just like a front person. As I mentioned in the other video, like obviously she is at fault. I'm not trying to take blame away from her, but what they will do is kind of set it up where some other organization, in this case, Alex Larson's and Overhere, they were running the project and they basically paid Haley Welch to promote the product, right? They paid her an upfront fee, and then she was going to receive a bunch of additional profit like a year later if the coin did well. So basically, she was just a representative. And I know people don't see it that way, obviously. I do think that she should have been sued as well. But because of that, I think the actual law firm realized they're probably going to have a better chance of winning if they go after Overhere and Alex Larson's and don't include Haley Welch in the lawsuit. That would just be my opinion as to why they probably didn't go after her, but I don't really know for sure as to why that is. I know a lot of people wanted her to be sued, and it's possible another lawsuit could be filed down the road and she could be sued, but in this particular lawsuit, she is not being sued. Now, if you actually scroll down in the lawsuit, it goes over the different plaintiffs involved. There's a total of 12 people collectively suing, and collectively the plaintiffs suffered damages in excess of $151, which is interesting because I believe that's almost the exact amount that Haley Welch was actually paid to promote the Hawk coin by the Overhere organization. So, if Haley just decides to be a good person for once in her life and just give the money back that she was paid for this lawsuit would probably just go away, because it seems like collectively the people who are suing aren't really asking for more than what she was actually paid. But again, I don't think she would do that, because that would be, kind of an admission of guilt on her part, and she's not being sued. So there's no reason for her to give up the money that they're trying to get from Overhere and Alex Larson's. But there you go so far. The Haley Welch, the Hawk Tuah coin scam has finally been sued. Haley Welch, Sleeping Beauty herself, has finally woken up from her multi-week nap after going to bed because she's really tired, guys. And she has addressed the situation. But let me know in the comments below, what do you think about this? Do you think Haley Welch should have been sued? I know probably a lot of people think she probably should have been sued, and in my opinion, I think she should have been sued as well. But let me know what you think below. Do you think these individuals will get their money back for losing it in the Hawk Tuah coin? Let me know what you think.